Hey guys, hello internet friends and movie lovers. So I wanted to come on here right quick because I just got home from seeing Nosferatu. Okay, I'm gonna keep this review short and sweet and spoiler free. I didn't love it, okay? I didn't really like it that much actually. So to start, I guess, Robert Eggers is not my favorite. I like The Witch. I didn't really love The Lighthouse. I don't know that I've seen The Northman, and I can't think of what else he's done off the top of my head, but here is kind of my take, okay? So we get Nicholas Hoult, we get Lily Rose Depp, we get Willem Dafoe, we get Aaron Taylor Johnson, and we get Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu, okay? Lily Rose Depp's performance was as good as everyone is saying it is. Her like body acting, face acting, whatever was happening when she was like possessed, incredible. And her, like every scene she was in, she really did kind of shine. So I think we're gonna start seeing her in a lot more stuff. I would love to see her as a scream queen, and get her in some more horror. People are saying this is horror. People are saying this is spooky, this is scary. Here's the deal. I am not one of those people who's like, oh, that wasn't even scary, okay? Like, I appreciate horror movies that make me feel scared, right? Like, that's what I'm watching them for. This had two, like, good jump scares, okay? But otherwise, like, not scary. There were some gory visuals, okay? There was some blood, as there's wont to be in a vampire film, right? But like, I felt kind of underwhelmed by the scary factor. Ivy, if you're watching, Ivy commented on one of my recent videos and asked for a Nosferatu review and said that she loves a gothic vampire story, okay? But wanted to know about the gore, scary bits. So Ivy, if you're watching, I think you could handle this. If you like the gothic vampire vibe, then this is definitely for you, because it takes place in 1838 in Germany, and you feel like you're in 1838 in Germany. That's something that's done really well in this film, is you're really feeling the historical factor. Like, you feel like you're there. They just did an incredible job with the vibe curation. But as far as like the gore, there are a couple of scenes where you're like, ooh, you know, but they are far and few between. And I think if you're someone who doesn't like gore or like violent visuals, there are a couple of scenes that you could easily just look away from. And they're far and few between. Like, it's definitely not a thorough presence. I kind of wanted more of it personally, but yeah, so if you're worried about that, I don't think you have to skip this one. Just like be mindful that there are some kind of, you know, it's a horror film, right? But I think you could definitely handle it. Nosferatu, he looked scary, but I think some of the choices with the makeup and the prosthetics, like, I don't know, it's not like what I imagined or like what I would have chosen. I don't think he looked as scary as I was hoping for. I don't know. I felt like sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm just sort of like giving it to you without thought right after the film. It's more raw and like my true thoughts that way. The first half of this film was a slog to get through. I was like, what, like, it was so slow and so just dragged and dragged and dragged, and I was just kind of like, when is this gonna pick up? And I will sit through a long movie, okay? I will sit through some tension and some slowness, but this was just like otherworldly freaking slow. But it does pick up in the second half once we're kind of like hunting Nosferatu. And again, I'm not gonna spoil anything in this because I don't like spoilers, but I just felt like it felt hollow to me. I think it was visually really interesting, visually, honestly, like almost kind of astonishing with some of the lighting and the scenery and the makeup, and it was really hauntingly beautiful visually, but it felt really hollow. There wasn't anything to think about in this film, and I think that is sort of my issue with, can be my issue with Robert Eggers in general, just that it's such a high production value, such like a big dramatic, you know, kind of world crafting, for there to be a hollow plot that sort of falls flat. Like, I don't know, I just felt kind of like, it just felt like it was missing something, right? Like I mean, with the cast and with the direction and with the makeup and with the setting, I just felt like this film had so much potential to be like just so fantastic and so haunting, and it just fell flat for me overall. I will say, I thought Aaron Taylor Johnson had a really, really great emotional performance, and I haven't seen anyone talk about his performance specifically. Like, Nicholas Hoult obviously is having a great year. If you saw him in Juror number 2, I think that was a better performance from him personally. And obviously, like, Willem Dafoe, like, everything he touches is good, you know. And this is his second time working with Eggers, or at least his second time. I don't know about The Northman. I really don't think I've seen The Northman, actually. But I really was pleasantly surprised by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Big year for him too, because he was in The Fall Guy. But I really liked him in this, and there were a lot, again, most of what I liked was visually. I thought the sound design was decent. I wish we got more of the like kind of mythology and the story behind Nosferatu, and like, I don't know, it was really beautiful, but for what? You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. So that's just like my little mini review while it's really fresh in my head. Comment down below what you guys thought. Let me know. You know, and give me a recommendation. Let's talk about movies. I don't know, guys. I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. I pretty much covered all of it, but I'll drop my letterboxd down below. I did give it like a little review, but overall for me, this was a 2.5 out of 5 stars. So a lot lower than what letterboxd is saying. So I expect many of you to disagree with me. If you do, comment down below, as long as it's respectful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.